20 mil, make it cash on it. Honey need a round with the ass on it. Don't show me that little booty, put some pants on it. But baby, you freaky, make her dance on it. Ever since I got money, I got attitude. Can't be no broke, bitch, I might get mad at you. Can't be no broke, baby, I might get mad at you. Can't be no old, but I might just snatch you, boo. All this shit I got it straight out the fire. I got a clip on my bike. I'm making it hot. Used to rap polos and products. Used to put grills on my side. Used to fuck hoes on the corner. Now me and baby on the yacht. 20 real, make it cash on. Honey need a round with the ass on it. Don't show me that little booty, put some pants on it. But baby, you freaky, make her dance on it. Ever since I got money, I got attitude. Can't be no broke, bitch, I might get mad at you. Can't be no broke, baby, I might get mad at you. Can't be no old, but I might just snatch you, boy.
I got what you need. Niggas can't fuck with me. You wanna move, so you can't come to me. Wanna have
I literally perfected my at-home iced espresso recipe. When I tell you it's so good, it's so good because my spring or hot weather drink of choice is always a iced espresso with either a vanilla or hazelnut syrup and a little bit of sweet cream. I have perfected it at home. All of it is from Starbucks, but it's so good, and yeah. I'll insert a little montage of me making my signature iced espresso drink. I know, very boring, very basic. I know y'all are probably tired of seeing coffee recipes on the internet, but just in case anybody's wondering how you can make it at home, that's really good. I'll drop in my little recipe. Hi guys, I know it's been a minute. It's been, I think, maybe 2 or 3 weeks since my last post on here. I've been a little bit MIA because life is lifing, work is working, and you know, things have gotten a little bit busy outside of the internet, so I needed to get some things done. So this vlog isn't going to be super action-packed. It's definitely gonna be a little bit more chill. Really leaning into the spring aesthetics. If you're a visual aesthetic girly, this vlog will be right in your wheelhouse. Just kind of getting back into the consistency of vlogging. Things are definitely picking up in New York with spring, and a lot of spring events are starting to come up. So in the upcoming vlogs, we'll definitely have lots of things to do, see, people to meet, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I have a lot of things planned for May, June, July, and look forward to that. But I did want to come on here and talk about some books because I did a little spring book pickup, and my thing now is that I kind of want to get books that are related to where I am in the season of the year. So a lot of these books are related to like the spring summer season, and also like the artwork and the cover art is also related to that, and also like where I am in life too. So we're kind of tying in books closer to our like personal life, which I love. So we have new books that I want to talk about, and then I also want to do a quick review of Ken and Keeper of the Lost Children. So I am gonna put up on screen my little book visual recaps that I like to do, that I like to share out on the community tab, of all the books that I enjoyed, my ratings, all that is in there. So first we're gonna start off with Ken. This was by Tayari Jones. This was a pretty long book. It took me a minute to get through it, but I kind of did breeze through it towards the end. This is my first book from her. I know she has a really popular book, The American Marriage, that I need to read too. But for this being my first novel from her, I was definitely impressed with her writing. She is kind of that poetic, super detailed writer. She really takes you into the scene and the setting. The only thing that I didn't really enjoy about this book is I feel like the characters weren't super developed to me. Like usually when I read like really good books by really good writers, I remember the characters, I remember their personalities, I remember the plot. I literally probably couldn't give you a major plot point from this book that I can remember off the top of my head. And I feel like that's a little bit of a concern. So I wouldn't put this at the top of my list for 2026 for novels. It was kind of like, the characters to me were just very underwhelming. By the middle half, closer to the end, I kind of gave up and like really did not care to be invested in the characters. I did not like how they did Annie. And then if you read the book, you know what I mean. How they kind of ended her story, I guess. That was a little, I don't know. I feel like she could have had a better ending for her storyline, but yeah, read it and you'll know what I'm talking about. So I would give this a 4.7. It wasn't my favorite, but I did enjoy like her style of writing, if that makes sense. And she really takes you into the setting of it. And also she had some really nice quotes about motherhood and, you know, the relationships between girls and their mothers, and you know how important having a maternal figure is for women, especially Black women. Yes, so there's some really cool messaging in this book, but the actual characters and the character development for me was lacking. Next we have Keeper of the Lost Children by Sadiqa Johnson. I have talked about Sadiqa Johnson multiple times on this channel when it comes to books. I've read Yellow Wife, House of Eve. What was her other book? Yeah, I think it was just those two that I've read so far. I need to read the rest of her repertoire. But once again, she does it for me. She is my go-to historical fiction writer. I just feel like she captures that era so well, like the 30s to the 60s, especially capturing the Black experience, the Black female experience. She does such a good job. Her writing is also very poetic. It's kind of long-winded, but I still feel like she kind of captures her characters in a way where they're still memorable to me compared to like how Ken was. And she writes in, I don't know what the actual literary device is called, but she writes from like 3 different perspectives over, you know, a span of time. I know there's probably a actual word for that. I love how she can write about 3 different characters and 3 different timelines, how they all connect, how it all makes sense. She's just really good at just connecting the dots in a novel, where it doesn't seem disjointed, where you don't get bored. And this was paced very well to me. So I really enjoyed it. This is a 5 out of 5 for me. She does it again. I highly recommend you guys reading at least one of her books if you haven't already. The other book that I just finished reading, which you'll see in this vlog, is The Bridge Back to You by Reese M. Nielsen. This is my first book from her. I wasn't too familiar with her previous books. I think this is her second publication. And this is, you know, a cute little spring, summer, second chance romance. I thought the cover was really cute. That's kind of like why I got it. It was really pretty to me. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the romance novelists that are out here right now are kind of phoning it in. I would say this is a good 3.5 out of 5. Didn't hate it, didn't love it. Was it super cute and I was, you know, blushing and like giggling, kicking my feet as I read it? No. That's why I'm ready for the Queen, Kennedy Ryan, to come back with her next book, because these other romance writers are not doing it for me. It's either like really cheesy and corny and the plot is just like simple and basic, or it gets way too like graphic and there's no plot at all. There's no like good middle ground in a lot of these like romance books that I've been reading lately. But I mean, this was cute enough. If you want like a low stakes read, this is cute enough. So I have my fingers crossed for the next few books that I picked up that are more romance leaning. Hopefully these are a little bit more interesting to me. I got Aweke Emize's You Made It Full of Death with Your Beauty. I wanted to read this because when I was looking on Goodreads, they were tearing this book up. They were reading this book to pieces. And I was like, it can't be that bad. Like, it can't be that bad. Like, every single review was like, no, this is not it. Not it, not it, not it. So I got curious and I wanted to see what it was giving, and I did get, I think, to chapter 7, so maybe like 50 pages in, and I see what they're talking about. Yeah, I see what they mean. It's kind of a hard one to get through. It's not like it's graphic, it's not like it's like terribly written, it's just like the actual character that she writes, like the main character is completely insufferable. Not a character that you want to root for, not a character that you want to care about. I think she's coming off of a breakup, or no, her fiance or her husband died in a car accident, so it's been like 5 years since that, so she's trying to like get back out there, and it's set in New York in some island. So basically she's trying to date, and she's kind of cycling through all these dudes, like running through friend groups. The girl has zero moral compass, let's just say that. So I didn't even get to the good part yet, like the juicy part of it. So this might be on ice until I feel like picking it back up, but the cover's pretty though. That's a good thing. I think on Goodreads this was like a 3.2 out of 5. They were not having it. The next book I have is Don't Tell Me How It Ends. This is something I randomly stumbled upon in Barnes & Noble's. Once again, pretty cover per usual, but it is a romance novel, and it's about a girl in her 20s trying to figure it out per usual, and she is like a test dummy for her sister's dating app. And I guess it's just going through her dating life through the app, and I think she meets some guy outside the app and things happen, life ensues. But it looks like it could be something that's cute. It kind of reminded me of, what was that book that I read that also was dealing with dating apps? Curvy Girl Summer, because the main character in that one, she also was like doing the whole summer dating app thing. So it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. This one I'm actually very excited about because, one, look how pretty this is. This book is also so it's a thick one. This is gonna take a minute to read, but it's super pretty. This is Where the Wildflowers Grow by Tara Shelton Harris. First book that I'm reading from her, but apparently it's about this girl who is the last of her family, the last of her namesake, and apparently something traumatic happens throughout the family and the bloodline, and she goes back to their farm, like their family farm in Alabama, meets a guy, life and stuff happens, and I guess she's trying to, you know, heal the wounds of whatever traumatic thing happened with the family. I don't know what could really happen to require 500 pages, but I think this will be a good one. I think this one might keep my attention, so I'm excited to read about this one. I need to look at the reviews for this one because I think it released like 2 weeks ago, so I want to read the reviews and see what people are saying about this one too. The last book that I got, this one I actually really was looking forward to picking up because it was on the like most anticipated releases for 2026. But this is The Seven Daughters of Dupree by Nikisha Elise Williams, first book from her. This is kind of in the same wheelhouse as Tayari Jones and Sadiqa Johnson, kind of that Black historical fiction, mainly in the South. Love that. And it's basically about a bloodline just full of like different generations of women. And apparently in this family, they only have girls. So it's probably gonna be a lot of like family history, family tea, secrets and all that stuff. The cover is pretty gorgeous, and I saw really good reviews about this one as well. And here's like the family tree in the beginning to show all of the women in the family. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. So I think the next book I'm actually gonna do is Seven Daughters of Dupree, because I feel like after reading The Bridge Back to You, I need something with a little bit more oomph to it with the writing. So we're gonna start here. And yeah, those are my spring books. That was my review of Ken and Keepers of Lost Children. Let me know what you guys are reading for spring, summer. I love hearing book recommendations. I love book recommendations. Please let me know. if there's anything that's really good that I need to read and keep on my list. So spring is now here and I am on my serious health kick. I'm on my serious health journey, trying to get all the protein and all the vitamins, just making sure that I am good and ready for summer. And I needed to restock all of my vitamins. I only use the gummy vitamins because I cannot take pills. Like, I really hate swallowing pills. I can't do it. I never have been able to do it, even since I was a little kid. I hate it. So gummies are the way. And I love this little container that I found on Amazon, and you can just take each day out and take it to go. So I bring them with me if I'm running late, take them in the office, take them on the go, and it's very convenient. We are also back on our smoothie rotation. I did these so much last spring and summer, and we're doing it again. I love making my smoothies. They're so good too.
I don't usually do this, but you gon' touch it or not. I think all of my values went up with every shot. I'm just out with my girlfriend, no one that never go out. But I'm not tryna talk because the music too loud. I would rather do something better with both of our lips. Or taking your hand and letting you squeeze both these hips. You know it's all in the industry, so you gotta be quiet. Gotta be quiet. Gotta be quiet. You got $1 billion playboy, don't blow it.
These nails definitely needed a refresh for spring, and we are doing a Zara Larsson inspired set. I am a Zara Larsson stan. If you have not been keeping up with her, living under a rock, you know how she gets down when it comes to her tour looks and her makeup. Her makeup artist, Sophia Sano, is literally doing outrageous things when it comes to makeup in the face. And this set is definitely inspired by her whole like Barbie, Y2K, Lisa Frank, that whole aesthetic. It's definitely a mixture of so many different things, and I am obsessed with how bright and colorful it is, and it's perfect for the change of season. We are back with another Cloudy Donuts taste test. I did their fall menu in my previous video for fall, and I wanted to try out their spring menu. So the first one we have is the creme brulee. This had a creme brulee frosting, and it was so good. It's addicting. It was so good. I would say 4 out of 5 for me. Next is their golden cinnamon sugar. This one was okay. I feel like it could have had a little bit more cinnamon sugary taste to it. The next one we had was a brown butter and praline donut. The brown butter frosting was amazing. I don't really like nuts, so the praline I did kind of scrape off a little bit. Last one, the mint chocolate chip, and it honestly tasted like a Thin Mint in donut form. It was so good. I am going back for that one.
Take my hand, you can't go home. It's so much love. We'll teach you.